In this video, I'm going to share with you the fundamentals on how to use a strategic tank. Strategic tanks usually don't have a way to play the game if they can't use their kit, such as Groot having walls or Penny using her mines or nests. The same concept will still apply for more tanks that they add that fall into this category of tanks. All right, so first things first really is just understanding the character that we're playing. We know that most strategic tanks do not like to be close ranged. They like to play around their kit. So Groot walls is really what he likes to play around. Penny's mines and nests is really what she likes to play around. So playing Groot here, we know that we don't really want to fight unless we're around that. Now we see that the Punisher is shooting us in our team, so I decided to drop down, so the Punisher's main focus is going to be on me. If you notice, as soon as I put up my wall, I'm trying to move the camera up. If you notice, as soon as I put down my wall, I actually start walking into it. See? Now what does this do? Well, this allows me to have cover from these guys. My team is already up there fighting with whoever is up there, and we're just focusing on what we're fighting with in our face right now. Now, with Groot, he actually gets bonus health by being next to this wall. It's next to the brown one. So I'm chilling. I already know that I can survive. And this is when you understand your character. Then I know that that wall ends up breaking because the Punisher obviously shot the wall down. And I just continue to play. I know that my healers are helping me as well. So I'm not really doing anything crazy. I make my way over to here so he can't shoot me. And I also continue to still use my walls so that my team can have more damage from my walls, and so that I can have more damage from my walls. If you don't know, these walls attack whoever you attack or your team attacks. So they'll do little whip damage. Continue to play around my walls. I continue to make sure that my walls are blocking people off, and we end up getting this point just because we were able to sit around our walls and use our walls more often. You see how much I ran away. I did not try to sit there and fight people in my face. I ran away a lot because I didn't have any walls left. So that's what you want to think about when you are playing these type of characters, is that you basically are not a character if you don't have what you need. So I'm using the, I heard like the machine gun, the turret. So I used it to get up here. I don't know what's it got. I don't know what he was doing. He just didn't pay attention. And we're going back to point here. We notice that our other tank is already up there pressuring, so I'm just kind of being that secondary tank, not really being the forefront, walling stuff up, playing around our walls. Like I said before, that's our main goal. We don't go crazy, we don't go in melee range, we play around our walls, we use our walls to our advantage. Once we start getting attacked and we don't have any walls, we run away. That's what we do every single time. We can't play the game without these walls, right? When we have our walls, we're able to play the game. When we don't have our walls, we're not able to play the game. This is something you have to think about as a tank, because this isn't traditionally the normal tank. The normal tank doesn't run away. The normal tank sits in front and tries to protect their team. That's not how this works with these type of tanks. These type of tanks play around their kit. That is the best way to protect their team. Your team also has to understand that they have to play around your kit as well. I walled that up just to try to keep them from coming in. A very, very short round, and we end up getting the win from here, right? And nothing changed at all. There was no changes to my playstyle throughout that entirety. Whenever I didn't have my walls, I ran away. Whenever I did have my walls, I tried to fight near them. Very simple concept with Groot specifically. Penny is a little bit more difficult in the sense of you're playing more around her traps, like you're playing more around her kit specifically. So let's go ahead and try to get in there. So the thing about Penny, you want to try to get to that point as fast as possible. When you're playing Convoy, a little bit more different, obviously, but when you're playing Domination, if you can get to the point as fast as possible, you're chilling. So I get to the point as fast as possible and put down my nest ASAP. I also start planting mines, and what do? I'm nothing without my trap. I'm nothing without my web. She's faster in her webs. She gets bonus HP in her webs. Like, I need to be here. So I fling myself. I cut him away, so that way he's not punching me the entire time. And this allows me to get bonus HP when he takes the time necessary to walk over. You know what I mean? Like, I'm getting my bonus HP as he's like taking the movement to move over. And we're just playing around my nest, right? If I have a nest, I'm playing in it. Doesn't even matter. I'm not focusing on that guy just for the simple fact that he did that thing that makes it so I can't hurt him. We get out the nest for a second because we're not in any danger, and then we walk right back into the nest. Now you're gonna see I start playing around my kit a little bit more. I start putting more webs down, I start putting more traps down. If you did not know, when you put a web down near the nest, it actually extends the range of the nest. So I'm putting more webs down so the spiders can move further. So this also, whenever your mines are in a web, it hides it. They can't destroy it. They have to actually walk up to it for it to pop up. So not only did I make it so that I have mines in here, but I kind of made like a little pathway for them. So if someone were to approach this corner, they're gonna, you know, start taking some damage from the spiders. All about playing around your kit. That's all it is when you're playing these characters. It's not about frontlining for your team. It's not about going crazy doing damage. You have to play in your stuff. Otherwise, you just aren't a character. So I'm just kind of setting up stuff, setting up shop, waiting for them to come in. This is the same type of stuff that I do in high rank as well. The higher rank you go, the more strategic you have to be with Groot and Penny because people just know to destroy things. So a little bit more strategic. Don't just blow everything willy-nilly. And now I'm playing around it. You see, I'm not doing what this Strange is doing. I'm not walking up. The same concept applies that I was doing with Groot. I don't care about what is... Bro, my setup is back here. I'm not saying Strange is doing anything wrong. He can do whatever he wants to do. But if I want to play my game, if I want to climb, if I want to get better, I need to play how I'm supposed to play. Period. Doesn't matter. So I'm playing how I'm supposed to play. Playing around my stuff, doing my thing, you know? And I'm chilling. I don't need to take no unnecessary fights. We gonna let them walk right into me. He walked right into my bomb, blew up. This dude walked right in, blew up. Who else wanted? You walk in, I don't know what you're doing, blew up, bam. Who else wanted? Oh, you trying to get blasted? Okay, who else wanted? I didn't move a spot. I didn't move an inch. The only time I move a Peni Parker or Groot is if they force me to. Then I have to. Groot is a little bit more acceptable though, because he doesn't have to sit around a nest, basically. So we have this point and we're trying to just push her off. Now I am moving forward because I'm thinking about where can I put my nest now to kind of get more room going forward here, right? So I noticed that not really much I could do. So I'm just gonna try to plant more webs. So if they decide to take the corner, it's gonna go a little bit further this way. So just putting down my webs, getting more mines set up. You see I destroyed my nests because I want to try to move it, right? So I'm still fighting, but where am I fighting? In my webs. I'm not playing. I'm not fighting anywhere else other than in my stuff. So I try to set it there, and I noticed the webs didn't spread out that far, right? So I was like, ah, it's not a good spot. I continue to fight, but I'm still trying to fight near me. Again, not a good spot. I keep fighting and trying to look for good spots to put it. I set it there. I was like, ah, it's too in danger. Set it there. Perfect. Look how wide that is. I was like, we chilling right now. So put my bombs up. They have to walk over here in order to get by. Nothing they can really do. He walks on the bomb, exploded. Wolverine thought he was doing something fancy, something strange for a little piece of change. Exploded. Bro, you're playing around the wrong one, right? These are the characters where if you play their game, you're gonna lose. You have to play your game when you're playing against a Penny or a Groot. You cannot play their game, you will lose. So the whole thought process, the whole concept behind this video, behind these characters, is you need to understand that you need to play your game. You need to play in your minds, you need to play in your walls, you need to play around your character's kit, otherwise you are not going to be successful. Don't let your team bait you into pushing out of your nest. Don't let your team bait you into fighting without your walls. There's no reason for that, right? You see this guy here. Why would I even try to go 1v1 this guy, right? I could stand right here and he has to come over, or he has to walk around and he will still die. He's playing in my game. I'm not walking towards him playing his. This is the main concept you really have to kind of understand and think about when you're playing, because you will lose a lot of your games. A lot of times I see Peni Parkers just go crazy for some reason, and it's like, what you doing? Like, play safe, play back, play your thing, and they'll be more successful. You do not always need to play aggressive. These characters are meant to play defensive. These characters are meant to basically camp. That's what they are. They're camping characters, right? So it's about being more strategic with how you play, not just brute forcing it or looking for those crazy 1v1 fights. You want to kind of cheat and use your kit as a way to get your wins. So I hope this helps you. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments below. If you want to learn how to play shield characters like Magneto and Doctor Strange or any other characters that they add, that video is on my channel. If you want to learn how to play dive tanks, on my channel. If you want to learn how to be a solo tank because you're not getting any other tanks on your team, I also have that video on my channel. Thank you guys for watching, and until next time, you know what I always say. Thank you guys for doing what? Popping often, will often.